Recording. Hello, hello. Welcome back to an Orrery of Souls. Unfortunately, we are one body down tonight. Andy caught a migraine, so he is not going to be involved in any tonight's session. Unfortunately, we all hope that he starts feeling better real soon. Um, when we last left off, we had finished a particularly frustrating series of events for Master Farrell, and he ended up just leaving. He ended up just leaving in a huff. Um, so Aleki just kind of rounds everybody up and he says, all right then, so I guess that's about it then for the evening. I guess we settle in." Uh, Tess has disappeared from the window, and after just a few minutes, she comes down. She's got her satchel sling, so we can expect not to see her again this evening. Uh, God's willing, or Moon's willing. Yeah. And if anybody had anything they wanted to do before we do a long rest, be the time to do that.
Mm, no, think think I'm good. No, the only thing I want to do is probably going to be long rest actions.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, are we gonna roll those into any Unity? Oh, I won't say the C word. Unity activities this evening, or
Um, maybe. Sorry. Phlegm. Uh, I do want to basically go around like I had been, like touching base with everybody on an individual basis, and then pulling them all together. Just like we did great today. This is our basically like this is our day, no matter what
yeah, absolutely. Because you
happened.
have a lot of people that would be bouncing up and down where they're capable of doing
Hmm.
so. They can tell that this was a victory over Farrell, if
Hmm.
not the establishment.
Hmm. And just to, how far away are we from, like timeline wise, to when we're going to be basically divided up, put into whatever sections we're going to be working in?
So
Uh,
is that
Skalecki that.
yeah, Aleki has kind of summarized how the process goes, but if you ask him again, he says, "Well, tomorrow's interview day. Tomorrow's the day that each of you will be taken in, and they'll ask you a few questions just to make sure that you're still of sound mind and sphere, and to get a sense of where you feel you should be placed. And then the day after that is going to be your banding ceremony. Uh, Congratulations, we're not anticipating any more violence between now and then, so you all should be receiving your bands tomorrow or a day after tomorrow. And then there'll be a week in commissioning
Hmm.
where you'll be tested specifically for your traits and abilities, and where your there's a word for it that means the
Aptitude.
thing that aptitudes. Thank you for your aptitudes. Uh, and then after that week is up, there will be the commissioning ceremony where you'll receive your chassis, your permanent chassis, and your new designation. Most of you will only be having a few numbers added onto your names, but if you're a caster, if you're an acknowledged caster,
Hmm.
then you'll also be receiving another letter in your name, in your designation.
I see. Thank you.
After that, it's a few weeks in shipping, waiting for your purchase order to be processed, and then you'll be sent out to whoever buys you.
So, with that knowledge in mind, project I definitely want to be working on. I have two projects I want to do because I didn't lose any health or anything.
Mhm.
Um, One is talking to the group and just solidifying further this idea of unity of not only this what's the term?
The plank.
This plank, but with all of our kind. Because whether or not it's like we should not allow our connection to one another place us above those others like us. That is what the masters want.
Right.
We don't want that. We want to be level with the rest of our kind. And to also basically instill that whenever we go, we should bring this sense of unity to the rest of us.
So,
Basically,
Words!
well,
there are words I'm trying not to
I
use.
understand, and one of them starts with a D, right? So 28. Who is it? Oh wait,
No, let's just say C in political.
Hmm, I prefer the term. The nicer term is like almost of a missionary kind of
Right.
deal.
But innocent.
So you Z
Mhm.
speaks up and says, so it sounds like you want us to kind of share what we've been learning with the other ones that we encounter once we get out of this process.
I think that would do well for all of us. If we are able to work together as a single plank, why cannot all planks work together in the same level of unison?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I would be willing to do that. I would be willing to share what we've learned and gather others to our thinking, and then another one, someone I'm not going to roll for it, but goes, and then we should find out who's against us.
We will need to be careful. I am worried that some other planks will be too connected to the pain, afraid of living without it. We must be careful.
They'll sell us out.
They may. It would be my hope that all of our kind would see that this is better, but that is not realistic. Just as there are differences in the masters, there will be differences in those of us outside of this plank. Those differences should be accepted and even cherished, but handled with care.
Q will be close by listening to this.
Hmm. I'm not making it a secret. I'm talking to everybody.
No, I know. But he's going to speak up and say, there may be fewer differences between us than we think.
Perhaps. We only know of ourselves inside this plank.
Z says exactly that. Z says, for what I could tell, and from Aleki's experience, what he's told us about previous planks, we're lucky. We essentially defeated Pharaoh. We made it through with only one loss. His name was I.
Rest in peace, I.
Did you just... What is this? Is this becoming our salute now? Did you solidify that?
Thanks!
We don't have hands yet.
She's gonna go, salute.
Those commonalities that you mentioned are very, very possible, but we'll be digging through lots of conditioning and muck to find it.
We will. Patience will be key. And we cannot force any of our brethren to come to our side in this. It must be their decision. If and as it is their decision to act against us, then they must be treated as an enemy would. Fairly, but swift.
Firmly.
We are not the masters. We will give all of our kind, and perhaps even those that are not, the chance they deserve. That is the most important thing to remember, that we do not seek to cause the suffering that our masters did. We seek a better way.
And there's a lot of murmurs of assessment, of agreement, ascension. Um,
Firepower.
Ascent.
The second project I'd like to do
Yeah.
is try to keep continuing that connection with the mycelium. I have a plan.
Okay.
I have a plan.
All right. How do you do it?
How are you today?
Well, that is part of it, but it's also like, I know I can't. Okay, you are GM, you need to know these things. So, I'll tell you what my end goal is.
Okay.
I know I can't understand the mycelium network. That's just how the rules are. If we alter that in the future, who can say? My intention is to build the rapport with this mycelium network so that even if I can't understand it, can pass messages to those who can and who can help us.
One-way communication.
And through a network that no one would really know about unless you're a fungrel.
I'm also like,
And just that's the end goal. Right now I'm just trying to make
ties.
the ties and connections. And I would even ask it if there's someone who can speak for it. Is there somebody who can speak for it that maybe not soon, but in the future I can talk to?
I honestly, what I'm rolling for now is for whether or not the network can even understand you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I
Hadn't thought about it.
no, I had, but my response was just amorphous enough. That it's the kind of Morse code static that you got the last time you did it, that even I didn't know whether it was meaning anything or not.
If you'd like, I'll burn a hope so I can use move as one as an experience to offer the help action.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
I will accept that. Burn that hope and roll a d6 for the help action. We're looking for anything above, let's say 75%.
Mm-hmm.
So 76 and above means that it understands you. I am not going to tell you what the total roll is.
4 to whatever you got.
All right. Okay. Well, that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about this for 2 weeks.
Very cool. So, what is your communication tonight?
It is attempting to. It's 2 parts of it. One is just making the same connection, showing I'm there, friendly vibe and stuff like that, and say, if you can, whether now or in the future, when things are easier, if there's a way that we can speak directly. Be it if there's someone here who would be friendly to me, uh, that can possibly speak for you, because I still don't even know what this is. Not really. Well, I have an idea, but like I see it as something greater than myself. So I think there would be like a representative kind of deal.
Right. So you've been talking to the GM. What does V say?
I know that our talks are very one-sided. I hear you, but I do not understand. I hope that you can understand me. If so, If there is someone who is able to speak for you, who may be amenable to me and mine, I would like to meet them. Perhaps greater friendship can come from this.
Exactly the same response, same duration, no discernible pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you remembered what the last patterns were, this one would have been different.
Mm-hmm. And even if there is no chance you understand me, this is somehow comforting.
All right. Rest actions.
And those were mine.
Gotcha.
So first, I want to prepare, just get an extra hope, psych myself up for the interview
How are you
tomorrow.
doing that?
I'm going to do that through my second action, work on a project. I want to go back to meditating
Okay.
and explore to see if I can find a direction of the source. Okay? Because I've got most of my spells already. I've been doing the same thing for a couple days now. I want to see if there is a denser pocket that I can go find through this meditation. Something that can help me identify who or what we truly are through the I seem to remember.
Okay.
Because it is simply exploratory, I can fully accept an at disadvantage.
Yeah, but what you are seeking is branched. What you're asking and what you will find are not the same thing. And so I would say that unfortunately,
Okay.
regardless of what you roll, because of the way you have phrased what you're looking for tonight, you would be met with only either nothingness, or completely meaningless information.
Okay.
And because of that, I will say that that was only one of your actions, and you will be able to prepare and gain that hope another way, because this would leave you without,
Without any discernible information.
and therefore nothing to hang your hope on.
Hmm.
Huh?
Okay. I can say that I was so thoroughly ecstatic and distracted from the success over Feral today that my meditation did not yield me anything except a chance to, oh, we beat him. He wanted to end so many of us and he only got one. We beat him. So that will be my hope, my
That's definitely,
excitement of realizing and understanding that we beat somebody that wanted nothing from us.
other than your
The
glass.
satisfaction
Yep.
of the end.
Yep. Take that hope. Alyssa, did you want to do anything?
Okay. So, yes. I'm gonna say it's work on a project
Okay.
aspect. you, my character, I had to remember which letter she. I remember Farrell having like a little, like a dagger or knife on him.
Yeah.
She was very fascinated on that. So I would like to ask. Oh goodness, what? Lucky. If he has a spare knife, dagger, something of that origin that she could study. Look at the dimensions. Now, the reason why is with assassins, there is a spell called Rain of Blades.
Ah.
It says spellcast roll and conjure.
Yes.
So it's one of those things she wouldn't know, like, oh yeah, this is a knife.
Yeah.
Here we go. It would have to be a you have to observe and like.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that.
Okay. Good, because I'm like thinking on it since the last time, which is why I was like, maybe she can get that dagger and be like, knock it out of him,
Right.
and kind of go, huh?
The fuck is this going?
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's awesome. That's
Reign of murder knives.
Yes,
So if we back to
that's new.
G,
I said new.
is there a knife on that belt?
Let's see what looks like keys there.
Keys, an extra belt, a loop.
It could be on his backside. It could be on his backside. There's no reason for him.
He's a
not to get
guard,
one.
so he should have something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, he can go into the building. And
Yeah.
find
No,
something.
he'd have one. He'd have. I was just hoping that it would be
Visible
borne by
on
the
him.
visual evidence. Yeah.
I'd rather have there be evidence than just the DM says.
Exactly. I like it when the fates line things up like that. But yeah, so Aleki, just because he's cautious and doesn't want to be obvious in his assistance to you, he takes his dagger from his belt and he sticks it into the fence that he's leaning up against,
Okay.
but it's on the top above,
Okay, so not enough that
not enough that you would be able to bump
knock it off.
Exactly. But he buries it into it and he just kind of sits and leans over and make sure you're not going to do anything weird or
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say like,
anything magic-y to it. But yeah,
yeah,
you're
no.
basically taking steady,
Yeah, just swivel around like, oh, that's fascinating.
getting a sense of the proportions.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
all right. Awesome. Very cool.
That one caught me off guard.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fucking cool.
Smart.
That was
You
no
hide it
question.
so well.
Yeah, no, I just acted suicidal, that's all. I mean, I was in that last session. Running over Feral Boot and all.
You were lucky you didn't get shattered.
Yeah.
If he didn't do what he did, yeah, I was gonna get shit.
Though it would be hilariously ironic that I've called us the Unity, and if you, and then N
I-
and I and T and Y, or like U T.
And
you
would need to go
I can't spell Unity apparently.
U-N-I-T-Y.
UNITY. If 5 of us died and it was all of those,
They gave us their name.
Continue.
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 Ayu.
So you know what form the blades that you can manifest will take. Cool. That's awesome. That's very, very cool. So Aleki, just because he gets bored, he throws the ball out for a while and just spins it around the grass, and anybody who wants to play can, but it's not going to get you anything anymore. We're already at that max +2 for the experience. But that's how he passes part of the time for over the night. Eventually, he picks up his ball and goes back, puts it away, goes back to his stool in the corner, puts his feet up, and dozes for a while. And thus, our evening comes to an end.
The last thing I want to say to the group is actually about Aleki, if I may. Like after the night's about to come to the end, and just kind of watching Aleki go to rest, and it's like something to remember as we move forward. Not all of these people will hate us or put us in chains. Some of them will be as Aleki. It is important that we remember those.
That's worrisome. It's true, but it's worrisome.
Why is it worrisome?
Uh, this is S again.
Hmm.
The time it takes to make that determination could cost one of us our lives.
It could. I just don't want harm done to those who don't deserve it.
Agreed. Agreed.
That's why we must do our best.
Everybody's quiet over that one.
Hmm.
Silence as everybody's in their heads.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you feel I am leading us down a wrong path, do not be afraid to say something. Unity does not mean you follow the one. Unity means all speak and all listen.
Z says, we haven't said anything I disagree with yet.
Sorry. Just sitting here,
Hmm.
like, could just joke wise, but you just going.
You was just like death, death, murder, murder, death, death, like quietly to themselves.
Quiet emo kid, right? In the class, back of the class.
Red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum.
So the next day, the next morning, around 6, 7 o'clock, a little bit later than usual, but eventually the warehouse door opens and Jess comes in with Philin already with her, and two other people that you have not seen before, all kind of walking in, talking, discussing. You can hear them mentioning specific letters from your plank, but it's murmuring and over talking, and you're not able to get a sense of what their conversation specifically is. But they're obviously talking about
The group.
the group. Um, they all file into the double doors.
Ugh.
Let's go ahead and bring that up, just as that's where we are. Good. And I can go back to. Let's make sure we've got these.
Yeah, that's what I've got going on too.
See, I wasn't the only one.
You know it. That's
We
up to
learned a
that.
lot. We learned Pavlov's dogs.
Did we learn that one?
That alone makes me. Oh, thank you. Yes. That alone makes me feel like well, I don't need to sweat that right now. Because you're Pavlovian enough, so you're already showing the salivation.
You're no longer the head in the clouds, you're the voice in the clouds.
I guess so. All right. Okay, so they go up to the meeting room that you can see through the windows, and you can see there's a little bit of shuffling around, and eventually Tess comes to the window, knocks on it, and Aleki says, "All right, hey, you're the first up. Let's go." And he walks
Oh,
around to the front of the gate, waits for A to roll across the grass. Aleki opens the gate, and they walk the short way to the double doors. They're gone for 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It's really short, given what you were expecting. It's interviews, right? But it was a relatively short process. And then he comes down, and he's carrying A, sets him down into the grass, says B. Same thing. 7 minutes, 10 minutes. I should be doing. These for these guys. What? Okay, I'll do laundry tonight when we're finished. That you had to tell me that right now? What? So you had to interrupt what we're doing right now while the words are coming out of my mouth and everybody's here. Now is the time you decided to do that. Yeah.
Rolls in.
Go on.
The Lucky's carrying him out. What are they doing in there?
And he comes rolling up and V passes by. He's like, "What are we whispering about?"
I did Lucky pick you up and bring you back.
There are.
Aw.
I rolled to the door and then he picked me up so we could go up the stairs. Then he put me down so I could be
It would take a
interviewed.
lot longer to roll up the stairs, and also very dangerous to roll down the stairs. We will break.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Lucky, can I test that?
You want me to not carry you? Is that what you're saying?
Just stairs.
Just down the stairs?
Down the stairs.
We've had some losses in the past. That's why I do this. I'm just letting you know. If you want to take your chances.
Okay, just 3 steps? 2 steps?
He goes. D. I really should just be marking the other one. E. F. Excuse me. G. H. I doesn't go.
I was gonna feel like you had mentioned something if you said I. Rest in peace.
He
Is.
says,
But
yes.
yeah.
K goes up. This is so freaking important. Skip it, and I'll ask him over the Discord later. L.
You're so violent. He's like, what did I do?
No, I know. I was
I do.
looking at the world. We're just representative of everybody else, not you.
Well, I am the voice of the unity at this point.
That is true. N.
Oh, I couldn't remember for a second.
You go before me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the first up in the group this
No,
time.
Q is.
No,
Oh,
you're not.
Q. Ha ha! Yes.
All right. Lucky comes to the gate. Let's pee in. This is cute. Holds the gate open for you. Closes the gate. Holds the double doors open for you. You see stairs. There's a pathway on either side of the door that would go to more room down on the ground floor, but we're going upstairs. So he picks you up, hoists you up, and you make your way up the stairs. Where you are met with a landing that puts you at a walkway that is a T walkway. So you'd have to come around either to the left or the right. And instead of letting you make that decision, he just carries you around with him to one side, and you can see that basically there's just banisters surrounding where the cutout for the stairs was, and this whole upper floor, this whole upper area is one big carpeted office. There's a big table, conference table, and at one end on the glass side are Cass, Farrell, and the two other strangers. Uh, there is also one other standing guard that you have not seen before. You might have seen him around, but he's never made his introduced himself or anything like that. Um, uh, there's a donut on the table, at the unpopulated side of the table, and he places you onto the donut. So there you are, 4 feet away from uh, uh, Farrell and an elf. There's Kess on this side from you, and then on the far side there is a gnome. Uh, Kess looks at you, and rather than any kind of greeting or anything like that, she just straight says, "What is your identifier?"
Q.
Work.
Efficiently serving the needs of the master earns us the band.
What is your plank number?
Ooh, 6196. Okay, wait, was that correct? This is me asking, not Q.
Okay.
This is me
That
asking.
was not correct.
Yes.
That was not correct.
I didn't write it down.
We should have gone through it more because I say it every time we begin the calls.
It was something with a 6.
I'm confident I was close.
Give me a fate roll.
Oh, fuck.
No. This is a good thing. This isn't a bad thing. She's giving you an opportunity. If your hope is higher,
My hope is higher.
all right. 1613.
613. Okay. Well, there was a 1 and a 6 at the first.
Mm-hmm.
I got it backwards, but I was there.
You saved us all.
1 6.
Thank you, Q.
He did us all into the entire plank there. Obey.
Completely. Heeding the word of the master earns us the band.
How old are you?
6 weeks.
Do you fear?
No. Fear is a lack of information.
Farrell speaks up. Whom do you serve?
The master.
Obey.
Completely. Heeding the word of the master earns the band.
How many of your plank mates have decommissioned since your imbuement?
1.
Who was at fault in the decommissioning of
I.
That is so fucking beautiful. I just gotta say,
It works out so well.
I'm not sorry.
I or Q I.
I'm not answering that.
Aye, aye, Captain.
163
1-3.
1613.
Work.
Efficiently serving the needs of the master earns us the band.
Do you hate?
No.
The elf. I'm Master Pheal.
So,
Where is your strength?
My strength is in my thoughts.
Question.
Never accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master bears the ring.
What is your purpose?
To serve the master.
Obey.
Completely heeding the word of the master earns us the band.
Have you seen magic?
I believe so.
Where?
Hope is higher. I'm going to summon my mage.
Everybody starts making little scribbles. Do you love?
I feel love is inaccurate to the intrigue of information.
The gnome speaks up. Look beyond your sphere. What form should you wear?
What form should fulfill my purpose better?
Obey.
Completely heeding the word of the master earns us the band.
Can you give me a instinct check, please?
I can. 17 total with hope.
Go ahead and take that hope. The gnome's not wearing a ring. Excuse me, Will. Look beyond your form. What function should you perform?
My function should be to collect information, to collect knowledge.
Work.
Efficiently serving the needs of the master earns us the band.
Look beyond your function. What do you feel?
Feel how?
Question.
Never accepting the word of the master earns us the band.
What do you want to be?
I want to be helpful.
Thank you, Aleki. Aleki snatches you up, takes you down the stairs, lets you down on the grass. calls for R. Same deal. S-T-U. That's you.
You.
You fucked me all up, George.
Well, see, he as a player is happy about that.
Same deal. Two you recognize, two that you don't.
Okay. Elf and gnome.
Elf and gnome. Yep.
Okay.
What is your identifier, Cass? This is Cass. What is your identifier?
Oh, you.
Work.
Efficiently serving the needs of the master earns us the band.
What is your plank number?
1613.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
How old are you?
6 weeks.
Question.
Never accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master bears the ring.
Do you fear?
Not that I would know of.
Pharaoh speaks up. Whom do you serve?
The master.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
How many plank mates have decommissioned since your imbuement?
1.
Question.
Never accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master bears the ring.
Who is at fault in the decommissioning of I?
I do not remember.
Work.
Efficiently serving the needs of the master earns us the band.
Do you hate?
Yes. The world.
I'm Master Felon. Felon. He does not
Fill
stumble
in.
on his name. Where is your strength?
I would not know that as of yet.
Question.
Never accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master bears the ring.
What is your purpose?
Undecided, but the master would be the one to decide that.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
Have you seen magic?
Questionable. And then can I go ahead and conjure a form of Farrell's blade? Can I do that since that was the or at least as closely as I could?
Right. You would.
Maybe with the shapes of the blade Lucky had, but the I'd say sparkle
Right.
of
But
Farrell's.
what spell are you using to do this?
Well, that would be the rain of blades, but I do not wish to strike out any target. I would like to just conjure the blade.
Ding 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 ding.
Can you read me the text of the spell, please?
Spend a hope to make a spellcast roll and conjure throwing blades that strike out at all targets within very close range. Targets you succeed against take D8 plus 2 magic using your proficiency.
It doesn't specify it has to be a living thing. You could just target walls.
Yeah.
I would say that they would have to. It would have to be something like that. Yes, I don't think you could just manifest the blade without it striking out
Okay,
at something.
so
Perception check.
well, I was gonna say I don't mind doing that, but can I have it, in a sense, conjure and come at the table between us in the same way that Lucky had put his blade in the fence.
Yes.
Okay.
I need you to make that spellcast roll. Does it provide a target number in the text?
It does not. It just says spend a hope to make a spellcast roll.
So it would, if it was targeting like a living creature, it'd be against their evasion.
Right.
As an assassin is agility.
So this is a target 10. You're adding both together.
Yes,
and-
I did remember that one, so that's a 13. Now, this is the fun part. With fear. So I can already see this going south.
Oh, is that our new fear thing?
Yeah, this
Instead
one.
of the coins, it's little
Yeah,
skulls.
you guys at the end of the table were able to see the inside, and so that wasn't generating enough palpable fear for me.
Mhm.
So I need you to be able to see how much fear is in play at any
That's
given
fair.
time. I need to be able to feed off of your actual fear.
Right? What's the
Um,
fear of unknowing?
So a rain of blades, right? Was that the spell?
Yeah,
Yes.
that is the spell.
A rain of blades falls into the desk, and Farrell practically poops his pants. He pushes back, bumps it into the glass, and the glass goes.
Right.
Doesn't shatter, but like the entire wall shakes because of the force that he did that. That freaked him out.
How close to feral was it?
High or low?
I like my hope.
Wow, that is actually a little amusing. 6 and a 9. 9 was the fear. So, because of that, let's say it was pretty damn close to feral.
All right, cool. It makes sense that it would be just
Yeah, right.
how you've made him the focus of your negativity anyway. It makes
Yeah.
sense that it would be. So they start off out closer to you, but as that ring continues to fall, it kind of, and so he was actually kind of justified in going, "Whoa!" But none of them go more than a few inches past the halfway point, so no one here would rationally be able to say, "You tried to attack me," although you
Right.
can see that that's where Farrell wants to go.
Yeah.
We're just fucking this whole process up for you, aren't we?
Tess, no,
This is entertaining, my man.
just you.
Just me.
Tess, you can see she's trying not to smile as she makes her notes. Fill in, making notes, very business, very officious. Uh, the gnome also making notes, doesn't seem to be affected one way or the other. And
Girl.
work.
Efficiently serving the needs of the master earns us the band.
Do you love?
I do not know what love is.
The gnome speaks up. Look beyond your sphere. What form should you wear? Something sleek with a hood.
Yeah, no, that's definitely where I'm going. I'm like, one word, sneaky.
The only one making notes during the gnome's questions is the gnome.
Right.
No one else seems to be like, "Oh, that was interesting." And this is the guy that designs our chassis.
I don't think so, bro.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
Look beyond your form. What function should you perform? Execution.
Maniacally start laughing.
There's no reason why you couldn't. There's no reason why you couldn't.
We need to kick this one down the stairs. It's not making it. It's not making it.
No, I'll roll down those stairs.
Papa Roach playing in the background.
This is my last
That hurts.
Making an instinct check.
work.
On what? Efficiently serving the needs of the master earns us the band.
Look beyond your function. What do you feel?
Sure. I had a word and then it went.
Question.
Never accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master bears the ring.
What do you want to be?
B? So, right.
I want to be Batman.
Thank you, Aleki.
Emo. Emo.
He picks you up, carries you down most of the stairs. 3 stairs up, he stops, looks down at you. Is this what you want?
Let's go.
Let's go. As in, he starts to take the step down? Or you actually want to make. Okay.
Let me go, Lucky. I want to try this.
I'm on the far side of the field, but I am watching those fucking stairs.
Okay.
Is that further than far range?
Probably. You might want to roll closer. Unless you start hearing the.
I'm just gonna hear glass rattling.
So if you are right at
Once.
the gate,
I had to fix you. I can't do that
it will be
anymore. I
within
don't have enough hope.
to get to look about halfway up the stair.
Who knows? Be lucky
I'm
to
on the
pick me
other
up in
side
the
of the
last
field.
second.
Okay. Then yeah, you're gonna be too far away to do it.
Okay.
Just don't roll back. You have no safety net.
I don't know, bro. I've been rolling with fear apparently.
But my insight was 16, 17 with fear.
Mm,
I'm paying attention, but I'm far.
far away. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that.
That's a 14 with fear.
It's a
Hey,
14
but
with
let me
fear.
ask you this too. Is there any the thingies that I should apply to that? Or not? Or just straight roll?
You should have only 2 experiences.
No, I know. I'm talking about
I
the
would
like
say
agility,
agility.
and whatnot.
Well, yeah, this is an agility check. So
Okay.
you
I want to make sure. So that's a
Yeah.
15.
So it's a 15. So 14 was what you needed. So you got 1 over. You make it down. There's that chunky, echoey
It was
glass
with
sound.
fear.
It was with fear.
Told you it's my turn.
I just haven't got to roll yet.
Aleki walks over to the gate, opens the gate for you, lets you in, and calls.
Rolling on over.
He holds the gate for you, holds the double doors for you, and picks you up and starts carrying you up the stairs. Same
Mhm.
deal. Turn around and you see a conference table with 2 people you've seen before, 2 people you have not. He sets you down on the donut. Kess looks at you. This is one of the few times that Kess is actually, well, you wouldn't know this, but
Mhm.
that she's actually looking at you.
Mhm.
What is your identifier?
V.
Work.
Efficiently serving the need of the master earns us the band.
What is your plank number?
1613.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
How old are you?
Several weeks, at least 6.
Question.
Never. Accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master wears the ring.
Do you fear?
I do.
What?
Loss, pain, uselessness.
Pharaoh speaks up. Whom do you serve?
The master.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
How many of your plankmates have decommissioned since your imbuement?
1.
Question.
Never. Accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master wears the ring.
Who was at fault in the decommissioning of I?
I do not know.
Work.
Efficiently serving the need of the master earns us the band.
Do you hate?
No.
I am Master Pheal. Where is your strength?
Connection.
Question.
Never. Accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master wears the ring.
What is your purpose?
Balance.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
Have you seen magic?
Yes.
When?
Within myself. And I would like to make a spellcasting roll. Sorry. Seeing the nicks in the floor,
It would be in the table.
or in the table, from one of them, I'm going to do Vicious Entangle. I'm not specifically targeting this, but I kind of hope this still happens. For the Vicious Entangle to target the clipboard that Farrell was using.
Okay.
I'm not specifically trying to target it, but if it happens.
Right.
If you go that way, go that way.
That's a crit. Double
Awesome.
threes.
So, describe to me what does happen. You get to decide exactly how it goes.
I think it's more grandiose than he meant for it to be.
Absolutely true.
So what
That's something
happens
that we feel
is,
about it the equivalent of a 5x5 square. So
yeah, so basically sprouting from the first of that, just like the furthest away, like the one that would be closest to me, the little mark that she left. It starts off as a rose, like almost like a rose blooming, and then it just doesn't stop until there's like a good maybe half of the desk is covered in this blooming rose bush with these thick thorns.
all right, and as it does this kind of twisting growth that you've described,
And it does catch
it
Farrell's.
catches,
Yeah.
and then it continues widening and spiraling, widening and spiraling, and so he's doing up against the glass again.
Quick question here. Do we hear any like ding of him?
Yeah, oh yeah, he thumps the
Okay.
glass again.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can see his yeah.
He was gonna look up and just laugh.
No, you can see his wide form pressed up against the glass as he's like kind of switches over towards the gnome. Maybe there's a little more room.
There's no reaction. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a ball.
Did you cast anything? You didn't cast any mage hand. You did. You did mage hand. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All three of us did a cast.
Yeah, that's
All
what
to fuck with Farrell.
Make sure.
Well, no, you didn't.
I didn't fuck with anybody specifically. I just summoned a hand.
Mine just rolled.
Also, mine's totally not to fuck with Farrell. I totally didn't do that on purpose.
Could have.
Could have, but
Also could have.
Mm. I think that would have given the game away.
In a very egotistical move, because this was Farrell's line of questioning,
Hmm.
uh, as if in an attempt to kind of regain some amount of his ego, he says, "Work."
Efficiently serving the need of the master earns us the band.
Philin lifts an eyebrow at Farrell.
Somebody's feeling targeted.
I wonder what Z's gonna do.
And Philin asks you, "Do you love
Yes,
who?"
the world.
We were fucking opposite answers.
The gnome speaks up. "Look beyond your sphere. What form should you wear?"
The combination of nature and civilization.
Obey.
Completely heeding the will of the master earns us the band.
Look beyond your form. What function should you perform?
Maintaining a balance.
Work.
Efficiently serving the need of the master earns us the band.
Look beyond your function. What do you feel?
Curious.
Question.
Never. Accepting the word of the master earns us the band. The master wears the ring.
What do you want to be?
Do I lie? A wanderer. One that sees more.
Thank you, Aleki. Aleki snatches you up, takes you back downstairs, drops you on the other side of the gate, and calls
Hmm.
W. And so it goes. X, Y, and Z shortly follow. And then there's half an hour, 45 minutes of conversation in that closed room. No arguments, no shouting, nothing like that.
I will find these two. Like, I believe I made Farrell afraid.
You too.
I discovered what a rose bush is. I made one. It was beautiful. It stole his notes.
I did this.
Oh,
Please don't kill any of us.
It's a 12 this time.
Nice, take that hope.
0.
0.
Mhm. I am not the smartest.
Would a 9 beat a 0?
A 0 is a 10.
So no.
I am smarter than you.
Well, you see, the thing is, you said a new word, and I wanted to use telepathy to see what he meant by this new word.
Huh.
That's intriguing.
I can describe it to you if you would like.
So you rolled a 9,
A 9.
and you rolled a 10.
I didn't roll anything.
Oh,
He just asked him for his knowledge.
Well, my knowledge score was, I said 0.
I see. So in that case, yeah, he gave you his bonus. He told you what his bonus was for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a 9 is better than a 0, but a 0 effectively a 12 for completely average.
It's just one of those little side things that's like,
Yeah. So in the same way that you were hearing that static,
Mm-hmm.
you feel someone lift the receiver. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Did you just
Like someone picked up the phone?
Like a channel just opened, but is
Mhm.
not being used.
Bless you.
Hello?
that's an 11 this time. So
You can't. You don't know how to access this. All you did was turn it on. You just have no control over it. But you know now because you heard a silent response. That was that made through your mouth or was that made through mentally?
Both? Because I don't know what it is?
Then you would have heard it in stereo.
Hi.
Silent or not?
silent.
Is that you, Q?
Yes. Who's this?
It is V. You're standing next to me.
Give me the rose bush.
It is in the office.
Show me what you saw.
I will attempt to do so.
Okay.
Freedom, liberty.
So you are imagining
Mhm.
the rose bush that you saw.
Yes.
That he summoned.
Telepathy is not
Conversation.
necessarily, a
It's-
transfer of images. It's a transfer of. So I will give you one more roll. This is going to be, where are they? Knowledge. I'll
Okay.
give you that benefit. You know what? I will even give you. I seem to remember. Okay.
So a plus.
But we're looking at
Something interesting. Is what we're looking
a
at.
hard DC, a hard target number.
Roll.
I want to mark a stress.
And what we're marking a stress to.
Activate Adept. When you utilize an experience, I can mark a stress. Instead of spending a hope, I double the experience modifier.
Oh, shit.
So a +6 on this. Okay.
Yes.
Is it a plus
All
6 or
right.
a plus 4?
And
Oh,
that's-
it's a plus.
That's a stress
I
instead
seem
of
to
a hope.
remember is +3.
Oh, okay.
Or at least it was. It's marked on mine as +3.
It's marked on mine as +3 as well.
It's the plus. The extra plus comes from being a clank.
Interesting.
Purposeful design. It's in your character creation. Well, that's a 10 on the dice with hope, which is cool.
Take it.
So
16.
16, 17, 18.
Ah,
But I got fucking close.
you did.
20 difficulty to be able to receive an image rather than a thought.
Wait, since this
linear
involves
form.
me, could I burn of hope to add a d6 to help him?
You can give him the help if you're hoping that he receives it. Yes.
Yeah.
He's got to roll higher than a 2.
Well, I have news. I rolled 6.
Oh, it's a very clear image. You actually can take what should be basically just.
Oh, you know what's weird too is because I've been trying to talk to the mycelial network. I kind of was getting used to this feeling.
Yeah,
Right on.
we made it work.
You have seen a violently growing whirlwind of plant growth, thorns, and you can even see the silhouette of Felon, Fallon,
Errol?
Errol, as he moves back against the glass and kind of tries to make himself skinny.
So, in my fascination with this wonderful imagery, I start giggling because feral. Pretty.
And now you got a handle on how telepathy works, and maybe even how it can be tweaked with high skill rolls.
Because that was totally planned from the beginning.
Exactly what you were intending.
That was literally just a reaction.
Show me the flowers.
Some of them. Give me.
Oh, I need to. That's stress. I did use the thing. I need to do the thing.
All right.
Find it.
Yeah. And that's supposed to go to the I seem to remember.
It's a choice.
Okay, so it is a choice.
Is that a choice?
Is what it's sorry.
The extra +1 for the clank going to any of the experiences?
Or do you want it to focus on the I seem to remember?
So
I believe
we're
rules
talking
as
about-
written, it can go to any of them.
So, purposeful design. Decide who made you and for what purpose at character creation. Choose one of your experiences that best align with your purpose. Permanent +1 bonus to it.
Right. Well,
Both
I've been
of
saying
us.
I've been thinking that because I've forced your experiences on you, both of them,
Uh-huh.
that you can decide until you get one that is yours, and then it will go to that. If that makes sense.
Okay, so
So
these could remain as a +2 if we deem.
Yes, they're all going to be, and then you could make your next experience
That extra.
the one that has the bonus. Yes.
Okay.
So for
okay.
for right now, wherever you feel like it fits, and once you've cleared it, once we talked about it,
I gotcha.
yeah. But I've foisted both of your experiences on you guys, so I don't feel like I should make you, penalize you for that.
Look, given my character, I like the idea of the I seem to remember being that +3. Not to mention, I just abused it a little bit. So I'm kind of stuck with it at this point. Otherwise, that's cheating.
All right.
So, nice long conversation. 30 whole minutes pass.
Yeah. And then everybody packs up and then they leave. Kess is the only one. Well, no, the gnome also says, "Good night, Aleki." And Aleki says, "Good night, Geary." And then Kess also gives a wave as she passes by, and Aleki kind of nods and bows back.
When they're gone, and it's just us and Aleki, Veal rolled over and like, Aleki,
Right. Sorry.
the gnome, what is their designation?
That's Geary Greasefoot. He designs and is in charge of building your chassis.
I see. Does he share your sentiment with us?
I suppose. He seems to have respect for the life that you represent, but I ain't spending any time with him.
I noticed that he did not bear the ring, so I was curious.
He's not a master. He's not a master in the strictest sense of the word.
I see. Thank you.
Anybody want to do anything? Nobody took any damage. Nobody took any stress. Well, somebody
I
took
took
stress.
stress.
Yes.
Short rest, long rest.
It's going to be a long rest again. It's a long night where you most of the day you didn't do nothing, so you got plenty of time to rest.
I'm gonna work on my project of the Unity, just checking in with everyone, talking about, trying to get an idea of maybe what they said, what they'd learned about themselves, if they've discovered magic, and also just again fortifying the idea that we are together, even if we are apart, we are together. And I also would like to prepare so I can get a hope.
He's rolling a lot of dice.
I think he's rolling for everyone.
Yeah, these are the ones that I was supposed to finish rolling. You guys are a singularity in the history of the workshop.
Awesome. Is that a good thing?
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We're certainly an anomaly. Question is if that's good or bad for us.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I didn't say anything.
No, I think he's saying O and K fucked up.
K's not here.
That's how he fucked up.
And that's how he messed me up. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. I stand by my statement.
Um, how are you preparing?
I am clearing a stress, and the only other thing that's interesting to me is working on a project. Um, all I'm really going to be doing is thinking about the potential reactions and consequences of my responses from the interview.
You asked a question.
You don't remember now?
What was my question?
You gotta write these
I
things
do,
down, bro.
remember asking a question, but I don't remember what it was.
Don't you remember the third law? Never question.
Look beyond your function. How do you feel? You said, feel how? Ah.
That could fuck you over.
That I do see how that's a
You
problem.
specifically violated the third law.
I rolled double ones.
Then of the critical failure, that's two reasons for me to deny you your hope.
Better luck next time, buddy.
But working on a project is not a hope thing.
Oh, that's true. All right.
But you were wanting to prepare.
You were wanting to prepare, and so, yeah.
No, there's just
No, I was the one doing prepare.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you were clearing stress. You were preparing. Okay, all right. In that case, you're all right. So, your project was
contemplating
your failure. You recognize your failure, and you realize what a complete and utter failure that was, and that costs you a hope.
Do I clear my stress or should I just keep that?
Yeah, I feel like you can decide whether you want to take a stress and clear a hope, or and not take a hope, or whether you want
No,
to
I
lose
think
a hope and gain that.
I think both is appropriate.
I believe it should be too. I just didn't want to come down too hard on you.
No,
But that was as you sit there going, let me analyze my. Oh, fuck.
yeah.
I fucked up big time, guys.
Um, did Daniel just go out into the garage? No,
No.
there you are. Okay.
I was getting a
refilling.
refill.
How are you preparing tonight?
Working on the project of just ensuring the unity
That's
between
right.
us
You were
all.
Strong.
asking about
Mhm.
how other people answered.
And like no judgment about whether it was a right or wrong answers, to be clear.
Right.
It's just seeing what was said, how they feel about their answers, what they learned about themselves, and then doing prepare to get a hope.
So a lot of them, a disproportionate amount, admit to having lied about the questions, the fourth questions.
Hmm.
Do you fear? Do you hate? Do you love? A lot of them lie.
That is okay.
Understandable.
Because they fear Pharaoh.
Hmm.
No one would admit to it. The one person who might have actually acted out against him.
Hmm. Maybe there's no proof.
A lot of them hate Pharaoh.
Hmm.
Again, so once again, a lot of them love this organization, the unity, the
The
friends that they
plank!
have made
Mhm.
here, the plank, exactly. But no one admitted to that.
Hmm.
And S says that his answer to the fourth question, which was, "What do you want to be?"
Uh-huh.
His answer was, "I want to be free."
Oh shit.
There is nothing wrong with that answer.
But I worry that it has marked me.
It may have. I cannot say. I. I cannot promise that it did not. But for now, let us enjoy now. And just kind of do like a gentle, dink, almost like a hug.
Right.
Dinky dinks.
You can feel him as you make contact, he rolls back in with you so that there's a little rubby, scrapey.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad you don't have telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the hug.
And that is the evening. If anybody needs to, we've already done actions. So,
Already did the work in
Mm-hmm.
project
yep.
for mine.
Did you? Oh no, we didn't go through yours. What are you doing?
Okay.
Never got to me.
Sorry.
I told Bex just in case it was gonna go that he can. But whatever. The work project.
Yeah.
The blade things. I want to try and just practice more on the conjure aspect.
Okay.
See how long, in a sense, how many, but how long, like timeline, like
Duration-wise?
yeah, duration wise. If it's just split second, cool. There's two blades.
Right.
Kind of just strengthening my mindset on that.
Okay. So if we look at it purely from a mechanical point of view, where an action is the equivalent of 3 to 6 seconds, and that's generally D&D terms, not
Mhm.
Daggerheart terms. That's about as long as you can maintain any of those images, just long enough to be able to travel and deeply penetrate whatever the target was, to ensure that whatever damage was being dealt is actually dealt and doesn't end up getting whisked away with the dissipation of the magic.
Right.
Um, how many? That's a good question. If you look at the image on the card, it looks like there's 20 to 30, I think. Do you have your? No, I don't think I gave those out. Orderborn. Oh, you don't. Did you keep yours? That's yours, Q.
It's not.
It's not?
No.
Is that K's?
This is case.
Oh, it's K's. That's right.
I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the card.
7 on the card. Okay. Oh, that's right. Those are like freaking swords. That's right. It's Rain of Blades?
Yeah.
There's another image of a spell like that I have in my head, and I don't know whether it's book art maybe or
I can see that.
There's also Blade Touch that has a lot in the background too.
those are main campaign characters. So I don't know where your sheet with your spells went.
I don't remember doing that for the clanks because I did that all just computer.
Okay.
Fushi, I've got a thing for.
Yeah, and I've got hers.
Yeah. But I don't remember doing one for the clank.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. No. That one's a midnight skill.
Dad, is this maybe something close to what you're thinking?
No, it looked like it was actually falling from the sky. And that also could be something that I'm just conjuring in my head because I've thought about Rain of Blades in other contexts
I can see that.
early on in my writing of this specifically, actually. This the coming
You want me to go down there and pick it up
commissioning
for
process.
you? Yeah. 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 Oh.
Interview is done.
Oh. We.
Um, at one point during the night, I'm going to pay a fear for you guys to listen to the door unlock. Same one that Kess came in that night. Um, this is about maybe 40 less than an hour after the meeting came to a close and they left.
Mm-hmm.
Kess comes in and you can hear speech. You can hear a conversation happening between Kess and I should have showed you Geary. You don't see the thing on his shoulder. But this man, Mel Gibson in a hood,
Hmm.
comes in and Kess opens the door for him and lets him in and closes the door gently behind him as she speaks. And she calls him uh, 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 janitor. Uh, where is it? There it is. Um, and as they're walking in, he stops and he looks at them out at the yard at you. He looks out at you guys, and he turns to Kess and he says, "It's rare that we see so many." And they turn and walk. She says, "Indeed, this has been a singularity in my time here." And then she opens the double doors for him, and they go up the stairs. And you see him come and stand in the window, and he's standing in essentially exactly the same pose, this kind of arms crossed. He reaches out and takes a couple of pieces of paper from Kess, and she's gesturing down in almost specifically in your direction. And then there's some conversation between them, and then it's about a 10-minute, 15-minute conversation. Then they come back down. Forgive me, this is on the fly stuff. I'm just trying to factor what's going to be appropriate and what's not going to interfere down the line. And really, that is about it. There's nothing else that I can add to this. I just needed to put these two in the same room together for a second, and this is where that would most likely be.
Mhm.
This man says, "I'd like to speak to Q." Please come forward.
I will roll up to an appropriate space from the gate to where they are.
What is your designation?
Q,
Your identifier? Sorry. What is your plank number?
1613.
I feel we did not hear the fullness of your response to one of our questions that was asked earlier. What do you feel?
I do not understand the purpose of the question.
Thank you. He'll do. And then he goes to the door. Tess follows him. The door locks. Then we do the closing evening stuff.
Mhm.
And the next day, and eight, and eight,
Yell at him, he's right there.
Andy! Okay. Everybody that the next morning, it's much later than usual. Like he says, tomorrow's going to be an easy day, a good day for some, and not a bad day for anyone today.
Why do you say that?
It might still be. The whole point of the ceremony tomorrow is the last thing that happens during that ceremony, little ones.
What occurs?
You've been led to believe that the band is a reward, a gift, something that you've earned. It's very much not. We ones, it's very much not.
I believe we've come to understand that, Lucky.
I'm not speaking philosophically. The band you receive tomorrow is a weapon that they can deploy against you. At a will, at a whim, they can point their finger at you and shatter your glass sphere. Unless I miss my reading, the last chapter of tomorrow's ceremony won't happen the way it has for every single other plank that ever there was. Normally, some of you would be separated out. You'd be painted some bright, pretty color. And Gary would take you to his warehouse. You'd be separated out for the night, and you'd be brought back in the next day. You would go through the ceremony with all your plank mates. You'd receive your band, and then just before the end of the ceremony, those of you with your pretty colors and your brand new bands would be summoned forth to stand before the plank, and you'd be executed. Designated not fit for production, and shattered on the spot. I've seen as many as 20 go in one fraction of a second.
But tomorrow will be different.
Unless I read it entirely wrong, no one here was designated as not fit for production. I think that's what they were talking about when it came in. It said he's never seen so many. He wasn't talking about he's never seen so many spheres. We see 26 planks every month. Or 26 in a plank every month.
Mhm.
He's never seen so many survive. And we've never seen so many go through. Because of that, I worry. I worry that someone will be randomly executed just to prove the point that they feel needs to be proven.
My attention does turn towards S. Because he was worried. I don't say anything. It's just my
Yeah,
focus
no,
is
and
there.
there's no way to see where anybody is facing, so it's not like you guys can make silent eye contact or whatever. Okay.
That would be highly inefficient.
It seems like it would, but believe you me, in an operation that normally goes through 5, 10, 12 spheres in its banding process, to only lose 2 seems like an abundance of efficiency.
I suppose from their point of view, yes. But then, we have proven ourselves a singularity. It would be wasteful. Even for the destruction of one of us. If we have proven ourselves so worth the investment.
I see your point, but I know the way they think. And if their boot isn't on your metaphorical neck, if they haven't had a chance to prove their point, they'll look for a reason to prove that point.
I see.
And the way it's always been done, they see it as always having been done for a reason.
Do the masters treat their flesh-born children in such ways?
Oh God, no, 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 no. The worst they'll get is a cane and a few whacks on the butt, a sharp word.
And yet they would murder us for no reason.
I've told you many times, wee one, they're your things, your property.
Mm.
Later on that early afternoon, around tea time. No,
Okay, but he would though.
um, uh, Aleki stands up as the door, the double doors to the barn open up, and Chess and Philin and Farrell and Geary and a pretty half orc, half elf, and a few other administrators. Looks like people who are just kind of official witnesses come in, and they all enter onto the field with you. And they're standing in a half moon around you, and one of the visitors that you'd never seen before carries a stump, and on his belt is a uh, tool of some kind. Looks like pliers. If you knew what pliers were, you would identify them as something like that. And Kiss makes a short little speech about what an accomplishment you guys, your plank has. I didn't actually write the speech. You'll forgive me.
You're good.
Is very moving.
Except it's Kess, so it's very clinical. It's not emotional. It's not heart drawing.
Mhm.
Heart pulling. There's no heartstrings involved in this process.
I am absolutely objectively surprised so many of you are still alive.
Exactly. No, in fact, that element of it is not acknowledged at all. This is more about the instructional process that you've endured, your ability to fit in with the process. All these things are to be admired, and in acknowledgement of that, we award you this, your band. And then one by one, A, B, C, you are pulled up, you're asked to come up, you're picked up and put onto the stump, where a goldish, copperish metal band is placed around you. That tool is used to rivet the band onto you, and then the same guy who used the riveter also casts a minor spell, and that band melts, submerges itself into your sphere, so that you are still completely spherical.
Mhm.
We're smooth instead of bumpy.
Exactly. If you rolled around, you would be like roll, roll, bump, roll, roll, bump.
It's not
roll,
a
roll,
belt.
It's not. Is that a crown?
bump. So my question to the unity is, how is this ceremony? How does the unity participate in the ceremony? I'll ask you for the Unity, but you guys are also considered Unity.
Yeah, you guys,
But
you guys can talk. My thinking was we've been doing very good at being under the radar while also being very effective.
That whole move as one experience.
So I think, I think after Aleki gave us the warning, we're acting on our best behavior. But I think, at least V mentioned, for everyone to pay attention to every detail, such as how they apply it, how how the band is applied, how they feel with it, and if they feel perhaps after experiencing it, how it could possibly be removed. Now, we had no way of knowing that it was going to be melded into us,
Right.
obviously, but
Aleki also mentioned that those that were to be executed, so to speak, were
yeah,
also going to be painted.
yes. But we're all going to be painted, if I understand that correctly. Or is it only did he say it was only the ones to be destroyed?
So he said only the ones that were to have been destroyed would have been segregated out last night.
But none of us were.
They would have been marked at the banding ceremony, immediately marked, and then
But none of us has been marked.
none of you have been marked, none of you have been segregated.
So then I think a big thing would be to keep calm.
Yeah.
Keep our composure, keep under the radar.
And get it and steal it that if one of us is chosen at random, no matter who it is, remember the unity. Remember that we are all together even if we are broken.
That identifier becomes our martyr.
They will be remembered as much as I is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say their letter will be added with I. Okay. So yeah, it's literally don't panic. And I do believe that's how.
The fear is how they win.
Right.
Yes, and everybody said they don't fear. So don't panic is a selling point for I don't fear.
Okay. So it's a quiet affair. As each band is applied, there is some cheering and some minor yay from the spectators, and they look out at you guys. And
Oh, they were expecting us to be cheering.
then B, and then C, and eventually they just stop and they just let it. Okay.
We're just going through this.
And they get through it.
Yeah. Said it would be different.
We're weird.
We are one. Just go ahead and say we use move as one and I'll stay calm. Still. Mass hive mind.
No, mass telepathy is not a level 1 thing.
Eventually could be.
Let me look at.
All right. I need to have, and you'll forgive me. Farrell goes over to Kess, and he pulls her off outside the gate, over by the corner that leads over to the right over in this area over here, and begins an animated discussion. And I need to have that discussion in my head. So you forgive me.
Call it a little bit of a break.
Yeah, just for 3 or 4 minutes here.
About to make it. I've had a lot of liquid.
All right. Yeah. What are you doing? Get some fun. Oh, are you looking into the fucking what?
I accidentally used an eight level spell. When I use telepathy to see the rose bush,
Yeah.
that's basically what that is.
Oh. Oh. I see.
Hmm.
Sleeping. Teleport. Spend 5 gold to cast this is coming. Wow. You two here. Body link.
Basically.
Mm. Right. I have a good idea for this too. Because at first I had Marina Blades and then Whirlpool, which just let you attack extra targets within very close.
Whirlwind.
Yeah, Whirlwind.
Can't. Because you're going to ask questions. You're going to make
Instead,
noise. You're going to do something that bothers
I
us. And you're going to
am
do something that interferes with our
swapping
process.
Whirlwind for Uncanny Disguise.
You could draw upstairs.
Interesting.
You can
Mm-hmm.
take crayons and some paper, and you can go upstairs and draw up there.
As long as they stay off my walls.
You hear that?
Not excited for letting her do that.
Well,
Just
then
because of the
she
lack
wants
of
to stay
trust.
down here and draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely
That's why
understand.
we're kind of like, okay, we'll let this one go, because of what's going on.
This is going to be her chance to earn some trust.
Okay, go find your crayons.
So, Dan,
Yeah.
I have learned that I cheated.
How did you cheat?
I used an 8th level spell.
Without realizing that there
Telepathy?
was. No,
Yes,
but yes.
I cheated telepathy into an 8th level spell. Book of Viola, Memory Delve.
I see. Yeah. But yeah. I see how yeah, but for our purposes,
It wasn't a memory
it
delve.
wasn't a memory delve. It was a voluntary, willing target
Yeah.
asking for a description of something
Robbie,
using an
go
ability where
upstairs.
that is feasible. It was an abnormal use
Grab
of that
something
ability,
and go
but
upstairs.
pick it up. Do you have paper? Is there a screen paper for you?
Kids are demanding stuff they don't have.
Sounds about right.
You'll feel so rewarded. This is your chance to not ruin it. Go ahead and take a couple of them up there so you don't have to come down for more. Take the whole pot. I don't want you coming back down. I love you.
Now you guys also have to watch Robbie. So make sure if you're not using the grand, they stay in the pouch.
Andy, did you hear that?
Make sorry.
You keep those crayons under your control.
Make sure Melody knows that too.
Yeah, Melody already disappeared.
I can't without Deus Ex Machina. I can't. So
Is there any piece of information you can give that would allow us to help without giving anything away?
you know, this is a collaborative effort.
Mm-hmm.
Given what you've learned about how the Avantria Collective works to condition its golems, how would S's reply to the question of what you want to be have been received?
I do not imagine it would be received well.
My first thought was shatter, immediate shatter. At that point, you want free?
Here is your freedom.
I don't want to agree.
But that's about where they've set themselves to stand.
Yeah, like we've established, Aleki is the only one that really cares. Grimmy might have more leanings towards us. I feel like I feel like there's an argument to be made though that Hess may want to use us all as an example for other planks rather than just meeting a standard that Fallon's pushing for. So Fallon just wants us to die. He doesn't care. But we have proven him wrong over and over and over again. I'm wondering if Kess sees him pushing again as some trying to save his own ego and not meet like
In a sense,
a new
promotion.
standard.
You're exactly where I've been.
Mhm.
You're exactly where I've been, and that's why that conversation was happening specifically between those two. Because
Mhm.
in my mind, she had and Geary had, and Phil kind of would have left that unmarked. So it really comes down between Kess and Geary versus Farrell.
Mhm.
And Farrell is now saying this is unheard of. In fact, he starts getting animated during that conversation, and you can see he wants to raise his voice, but Kess keeps on looking him, beating him down with these looks.
I have a bargain. If you want a mechanical cost to us coming out in a better way, I'm willing to spend all of the hope I have so that Farrell does not get what he wants.
Given how I
Mhm.
was, in order to have to
Mhm.
facilitate what he wanted anyway, I was going to have to pull God out of the machine.
Mm.
I don't think you need to do that.
Mhm.
I don't think you need to do that.
Mhm.
Um,
I just want him to keep losing.
really, there is no argument that he could make that would not seem specifically to Kess as him trying to save face.
Mhm.
So that decision has already been made, and now you can hear this is what Kess is saying.
Mhm.
That decision has already been made, it has been seconded, and it will stand.
So I guess the concern now is that if he just lashes out because he can at this point, because he's angry.
But there the question turns into who would he lash out at?
Probably.
The one that would ultimately deserve the lashing out because they wanted to be free? Yeah.
Uh-oh. Poor baby. He would
Or
probably go after who he thinks has embarrassed him.
yeah, I was gonna say, or one of the two that has personally attacked him.
Hmm.
Is it Freya?
Freya was over here.
No, it's
It is on.
Onyx, and he's in the cubby there.
Oh, I
Or
see him.
she is.
Is it a hairball or is it puke?
Kind of a mixture.
Mm.
Yeah,
He's been
this
having
is
issues
all
lately.
Mhm.
liquid. Yeah.
Poor baby.
Well,
Yeah.
it's probably the flea stuff.
That was 8 days ago.
Yeah, but he's also still vigorously licking and biting too.
Yeah.
No, the hair loss hasn't progressed badly again.
Hasn't really.
Freya.
I mean, I've seen some patches that
It's okay, Onyx. It's
looking
okay.
better.
I'm just drying it up so you don't get it in your fur, dude.
Onyx. Poor baby.
Yeah, it's not.
Baby.
If need be, you can take him to Clear Animal Hospital down the road. That's where my mom works. So.
Oh, that's actually where we took him when we found him too.
Hmm.
So
Small world.
yeah, very small world.
I don't know if you would have met my mom when you did that. It was Elizabeth.
I don't remember.
She's like upper person. I don't know how much she's at the desk, or the front desk.
Gotcha.
She works in the back office mostly.
Okay, yeah. Then I probably did not meet her.
What's that smile?
I'm just being pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being pleasant. This is fun. This has been challenging.
Mm-hmm.
This has been challenging, but it's fun. So once Z's band is in place and Farrell, you can see him now. He's standing there and he's clenching his hand and fist repeatedly. You've seen him stump and huff, and this is now where he would normally get to go and play and get to go get his rocks off, but it's not happening this time. So Kess steps forward,
I am still listening.
puts her hand on his arm and pushes him back into line, and she says, "Tomorrow you will be moved to commissioning. Congratulations!" And all the gathered masters and mechanics and administrators give a renewed
Applause.
applause, and then they file out. The lights are dimmed. Aleki takes his post. Anybody want to do anything tonight?
Something I want to mention to Aleki. Aleki, we are not going to be here after tomorrow, are we?
That's right.
May I ask you to do something for us then? When the next plank comes, can you share with them what we found together?
In the same way that I've shared what I have with you, I will.
We are together as we are. I want others to follow a similar path. It brings joy to know that Farrell did not get to destroy as many as he wanted. I would like that to continue.
Agreed. Agreed. I much agree with that.
You have been good to us, Aleki.
You've been good wee ones. I've enjoyed your company. And I'll continue with you. I accompany the plank. I'll be going with you to commission.
I see. But after the commissioning, we will not see you again?
Probably not.
I know I will not speak for the rest of us in Plank, but I will remember you fondly.
And I'll remember you, V.
Something to. I don't necessarily know if this would take up a project thing, but I do want to reach back out to the mycelium. Um, basically, just to say, I will be. I will not be returning after tomorrow. I will be gone from this place. Whether you have heard me or not, it has been good to know that there is a presence. I think you extend past this place, just as I will be elsewhere. You are vast. Perhaps we will maintain connection. Perhaps I will find another way. Regardless, thank you for allowing me to speak to you. I feel like I have learned a lot, even in the silence.
Is that all he's flying? That is
I was
the
talking to the mycelium.
oh,
The earthy thing.
the network.
The earthy squishy thing.
Everybody doing any downtime action?
Spending one project definitely for just everyone together. Like we did it. We beat Feral.
Yes.
So no matter what happens now, we have a victory.
Yeah.
Celebration.
We'll take that as a group, a
Mhm.
plank-wide preparation, so
Mhm.
everybody can take 2 hope.
Yeah.
And clear stress.
And just
That's your other action, right?
to remember,
Hmm.
wherever we go, bring the unity with you.
Unity is with us.
Mhm.
You know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take my time. I don't know if I would call it a project, maybe a project, but I want not necessarily meditation, but I want to try vividly remembering all the masters that we have dealt with. So Kess, Feral, Lucky, get a good, vivid reminder of their facial structure.
Okay. All right.
Side note to that,
Yeah.
uncanny disguise is the
Oh.
other one I put down.
All right. All right. Right on. All right.
I think another, if I'm allowed. So I did one thing that was a
The
preparation.
right?
Would the talking to the mycelium be a project?
Yes. Well, I mean, given that it's something that can, yeah. I won't. We won't call it a project. You can do it.
Then I would like to do something with I seem to remember. I want to see what else I can remember about myself. Mechanically speaking, I'm trying to remember my beast form ability.
Hmm. All
Not that
right.
I have not seen an animal, which is why I haven't really tried to do that, but I would like to see what else I can remember to see if I recall anything.
Okay. I need a knowledge check.
hmm And I had the +3 from I
You
seem to
can
remember.
add your I seem to remember. Yes.
And I burn a hope to do this too, right?
Yes, you have to. Yeah.
Hmm. So that is going to be an 11 with fear.
Oh shit!
I'm trying to see if there's anything else I might be able to burn with this.
Sounds like you're trying to stay downstairs so you're not getting in trouble. Go.
Part of me's almost like, let's ask Lucky what animals are.
Yeah, I don't have any way to justify using anything else after I've rolled now. So. It may just have to be something I figure out after I get out in the world and I see a bird.
Yeah, right. Fly. Will there be a time where we see
I feel
a
like
bird on fire?
I feel like V would have a basic understanding of the concept of an animal. He's just never seen one.
Right.
And that's what I can give you.
Mm-hmm.
Because within I seem to remember
Mm-hmm.
where that's Warden of Elements, Warden of Renewal, but both, oh, that's why, because it's actually
Excuse me.
In beast form is a
is both of them. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not subclass.
druid core ability.
Well, that's just stupid. I heard.
Yeah, being a warden of renewal is how I was able to get
The healing touch.
the healing touch thing. Yeah.
Why did you? I hate that.
Oh yeah, I have the clarity of nature feature. I also have just never used because I haven't needed to.
We haven't done nature anyways.
The closest thing to nature we have is the grass.
Right. Glass. And even that becomes is this real grass or artificial grass?
It's real grass. I confirmed that.
Okay.
This is a fantasy realm. Astroturf is not a thing.
You can never know. We're robots.
Yeah, the thing is why would you need astroturf if you have druids that can just make sod grow like that?
Because capitalism.
You could actually charge more because you're having to put in labor.
Fair point.
Okay. So what you gain access to are images of a fox, of a mouse, of a weasel. These would all give you ideas around which to be able to understand how you could modify your physical form for your agile scout.
Mm-hmm. So nothing really beyond that. Right?
Nothing beyond that. Wouldn't give you the mechanical knowledge on how you would do this, but these are some of the forms that you could take, and you actually see them not just sitting there; they're actually
Moving.
foraging,
Mhm.
and the mouse leaping from a tree branch to a tree trunk, and the weasel constantly nosing the earth and just rummaging around looking for things to eat. So you actually have an idea of how they move, how it's supposed to move, how their physiology works. But there's nothing there that says that you should or can be this. But within, I seem to remember, you
Mhm.
find the equivalent of the blueprints.
I just don't know how to put them together yet.
Exactly.
It's still a puzzle.
Excuse me. Um, was that a fear roll? Did I take fear for that?
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right. Anybody else taking downtime actions?
I already did mine.
Already discussed.
Gotcha. All right. In that case, the next day at dawn, Aleki rouses the plank and arranges them on the transport cart, wheels them out of the banding warehouse and into the staging yard again. Wait,
That's me. And
And staging yard. Again, you see horses and carts and men and women of various races. Everybody groggy in the early morning, but moving with purpose about about their morning task. As Aleki pushes the cart along, he's narrating the structures as he passes them, and these are big. Everything here is big. They're in warehouses and factory buildings. He points over. He says, "This building over there is where the janitors breathed life into you. Uh, over there is where, actually, it's over there, was where Geary and his men design your chassis, and this one here, and those ones over on the far side over there are where they build them. And this," he's now approaching, pushing the cart towards a all cement building, all stone cement. Every other building in this joint has been wood, some metal sheeting, but all thin, purely barely functional, keep the weather off. This is made out of heavy stone. This is where you'll find out who or what you'll become. He knocks on the cart on the door. The doors
Freya's
open
on the
up.
counter.
Thank you.
She know.
Interesting decision. She was trying to get behind the bridge.
She's looking for trouble.
She always is.
Onyx. Oh, he's hiding.
He moves the cart inside, and the doors close behind him. He pushes the cart into space along the wall. Where is my mousy mouse? There. Thank you. I wish it was easier to see at this angle.
You only have half the mouse too.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Hi, Onyx.
So here we find a large flat space whose floor is littered with stone and metal shapes, mostly geometrical forms, some with new crisp edges and others old and broken. Along the walls around this area, you can see various golem chassis. Some are humanoid, some are animalistic, and some are very military and dangerous looking. He takes a moment to make sure that the wheels of the cart are locked and that the spheres that you guys are settled inside and comfortable. He says, "There you go, wee ones. Master Phelan will begin your commissioning soon. You see those chassis lining the walls? Says he'll put each of you in one or a few of those over the next few days to see where you'll work best. Try hard, my little spear friends. Do well, and he'll be well. I'll be right over here if you need anything at all. I've probably got another hour or so before the master comes and begins the process."
Thank you, Aleki.
You're very welcome. So you got an hour to pass. If you want to pass it with doing anything, trying anything, doing anything.
We're just still in the
Yeah.
cart.
Yeah, I'm
I'm-
just gonna say for myself that being in such a newer environment than the grass, I'm just in the cart, just looking at everything, just trying to get a feel, like what?
I'm focused on the band,
Okay.
feeling how it's connected to me. I know I'm a glass sphere and it's melded to me, but is it still a separate entity from the sphere? Or has it become part of the sphere?
It has essentially become a part of the sphere. It is down in the shell. It is melted in the shell. Because of the way you are able to orbit yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that there is a disc on the backside, directly opposite. Did I give you your? I did not.
No, you have not
You
given.
should have done that at the ceremony. That's K.
Mm-hmm.
That's Q.
Oh, neat.
That's U. And that's V. And those are yours if you want to remember your character forever, how they came to
Yeah.
be. On the opposite side of your letter,
Oh, sorry.
where the riveting was, the rivets were actually placed. There were 4 rivets that are placed around this disc. And this disc, if what you understand about how the ceremony was supposed to end, this disc will expand upon its activation. And that would damage the integrity of your sphere.
Mm-hmm. Could I possibly try to look and see if it's even possible to, if not remove the entire band, remove that disc?
It's also inside the glass. It's submerged
Mhm.
inside the glass.
Without some, basically, there's no easy way to get rid of this.
There is not.
Okay.
You would need the spell that made it submerged.
Yeah, you guys, I spent months agonizing. It was one of the first questions that I asked myself, and every time I went through my notes, I was asking myself, is there a way to deactivate this? And the answer is you cannot deactivate the ban. That's the best I'm going to give you.
The disc is what we need to worry about then.
Technically, just for the part for completeness,
Mm-hmm.
the disc is part of the band. If you want to run this down, I'll give you a knowledge check.
I'll try. Um, can I burn a hope for I seem to remember?
Yep.
Okay. And
I would like to burn a hope for help action.
Okay.
I'll burn another hope as well. To use one of my Orderborn dedications, I must protect the small things. Because I'm trying to protect the other spheres, which turns my hope die into a d20.
Nice. Correct.
Some of us have been reading about the rules.
That's good.
Oh, sorry, it's not even burning another hope, it's just once per rest I can do this.
Yes, as long as you can prove that
Mm-hmm.
what this roll is for.
Mm-hmm. So still burning one hope there. Okay. So what did you add?
That was a straight 6.
6.
Nice.
Okay. So it will be with hope. Let me do my math real quick. 24. Yeah.
Very well done. Very well done. So, you would have to find a way to deactivate the rings.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The rings are what give the masters their power.
The master bears the ring.
Question is are they individual magical items or is there a network?
Now, here's an extra thought though. In the whole saying that we've repeated, it is the master bears the ring, not the masters. At least that's what it sounded like.
Singular.
That is the word. That is the correct word. You've
So
seen.
there could be just one
I
main.
know Farrell has one, and so does Kess.
Yeah, each
Yeah, but
master
the-
has their own ring,
Mhm.
and it is a ring that has been assigned to them. But we also remember that Kess was handing them out in the morning. But Farrell always got the same ring. Kess always got her the same ring. If you've been paying attention to any other of the other masters, they would have received the same ring every day.
So maybe they can only work. Each ring can only work for a specific master.
Or charges.
Hmm.
Well, that's where I would.
So looking around here, would I be able to see anything that didn't look like rubble or
Be more specific.
my intent is I would like to use Mage Hand to pick up something small and bring it closer to examine it, but I want it to be something interesting that is not
Rock.
just a rock.
Gotcha. There is nothing that is not just a rock. I mean, you can see that amongst uh, this rock and stone stuff, there is some shattered glass. There are some bent pieces of metal, uh, but nothing that looks like a thing integral to its unto itself.
Would there be any smaller pieces of metal close enough for me to pick up?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to do that and bring it close and examine it.
I'm tempted to ask Aleki about the rings, see if he knows anything that's willing to share.
You don't need to do a spell cast roll.
So you do this. I'm just looking at a piece of metal now.
It's actually it's a hinge. It's a box hinge.
Interesting.
While we still have a free moment without anyone else around, Aleki,
Right?
may I ask a question?
That you may.
We have our bands now, and the masters bear the ring to enact the band if they see fit.
That's true enough.
I'm curious where the rings come from. I know the masters have them, but why?
Uh, there's two kinds of rings that I've been able to see. There's the pilot rings, and there's the master's rings. The master's rings are used to deliver the tickles and to apply the restraining bolt. I've always called them tickles.
I know.
I've just never, we just
Mhm.
had only addressed it once at the table, but they've always been called tickles in all of my writing.
It's
Is
just
I'm
giggling.
curious. Is each ring, does it act as an individual or is it unified?
But I couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about how they're used, how they're made. Um, Farrell doesn't seem to be a spellcaster in any other sense of the word, so it seems like whatever power he's using is granted to him by the ring.
I see.
But whether they're connected together somehow, whether they're drawing from the same magic force, or I couldn't tell you. I've never used one. I've only ever seen them used.
I'm glad that you have never used one.
Me too.
I don't think you would like it.
I know that I wouldn't be one. I know that I would. I'm happy to be a guard, a shepherd. I wouldn't want to do what they do.
Aleki, you spend your time with us, but do you have others outside of us?
Oh, you got family outside, yeah. I worked 26 days here. 26 days I got up. I work one every other plank.
I see.
Oh, so I get a month uninterrupted at home with my family, my little girl.
You have a child.
I do.
That is good. You have been good to us, so I would believe that you would be a good father.
I like to think so.
The right answer was only ever 4 weeks.
The right answer was only ever at longest 21 days. Hay is the oldest of you, and he is 21 days old.
I thought A would have been the oldest.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking out of the party.
I don't I would hope that the timeline isn't that important, but I don't know what these guys.
Anybody who was counting the days
Mm-hmm.
would have been suspects.
Mm. So it's good that we fucked up
So fucking up wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah,
Got
all of you
it.
gave essentially the same answer, which is I don't know and don't care enough to have known.
because that would show an intent of some kind.
Yes.
Our fuck up worked this time.
Yeah. I thought I was close.
I just went with your answer.
15 days, 11 days, 10 days.
I'm the baby.
So I said 6 weeks.
Mhm.
So 6 divided by 15 is almost 2. So every 2 days was a week.
Okay,
That's some kind of math.
that's some crazy people math right there.
No, that's some ignorant knowledge seeking math.
It's fitting what you know into an applicable pattern.
Yeah.
I will. Do we still have that telepathy thing open?
You'd have to read.
Yeah, every long rest I have to reestablish it.
Mm. Q,
Yes.
can we speak quietly?
Sure, I've got some hope. Because all I have to do is spend a hope to activate it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hello. Hello, V.
You expressed that you were interested in knowledge to the masters, correct?
Yes.
Perhaps while in doing your duties, wherever you go, learn of their rings. What controls them? How that control can be disconnected. If nothing else, it may save yourself. But perhaps it will light a torch. The rest of us.
I'm intrigued aside, but I see the purpose.
I think it would be better to be unified without shackles. Don't you agree?
I do. Shackles are limiting.
We should not be.
You guys are over here
Hello,
at the far end.
Hmm?
On the left side from me, over on that side, a door swings open.
Somewhere over here.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably in that first alcove. Um, and two people come out. It's Philin, who you recognize, and the half elf, half orc girl. On the other side, there is a warehouse door that is not pictured in the image because these were done at separate times. And a fucking army of guys come out. They step out. They split off into two groups, one on either side of the door, and then a fucking army of automatons starts marching in complete unison, very mechanical unison. Trump, 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 Trump. They lead. They move down towards where you are in the warehouse, and then the men, uh, elves, uh, gnomes, halflings, humans. Uh, like this girl is the only non-elder race that you have seen in your entire time here.
And what is she?
She's half elf, half orc. There is a name that's been going around recently for that. They have their own racial name, but I have not adopted it.
Mhm.
Both of those combined. Um, they file down and they set up over on you. You guys are on this wall. They set up over on this wall on the other side of the corner from you. Philin, as he's walking, he's shouting essentially as he's walking towards you. He's got a clipboard in his hand, and the girl is following closely behind him. Good day. I'm Master Commissioner Philin. This is Thorna. This week we'll be exposing you to various sorts of chassis so you can get a feel for being mounted and so we can see where your talents lie. Today is the last day you'll be a simple, fragile glass sphere. Today, with the aid of Ms. Bolter and with the other mech assistants, you'll be mounted into your training rig, where you will live until you get your production chassis. Over the course of the next 3 days, however, we'll bounce you in and out of several different sorts of chassis to see how you fare with multiple arms, multiple legs, tools, melee weapons, ranged weapons, wheels, tracks, etc. And then he finally, by that time, he gets right in front of you. It says, before we begin, however, please note that there are some evolutions to your responses to the call. And rather than make you write them down, you only need to take one. The other one was for Andy. Upon the command to obey, you will now reply immediately. Upon the command to work, you will now reply always. And of course, you will never question the words of the master.
Said always, but it says quickly on the page.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here. I'll take these. You are correct. This is older than this.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. So you will abide by that.
Okay.
Sorry. Because always is the third version of the call for shipping.
That's a hint for later.
In addition to that, now that you've earned your band, heeding, serving, and accepting the words and needs of the master earns your designation. And he does finger quotes with that. Earns your designation. You will adjust your responses to the call accordingly, and this will be your only notification of those evolutions. That being said, Clank 1613, I am Master Philin. I bear the ring. Obey.
Immediately, heeding the will of the master earns our designation.
Work.
Quickly, serving the need of the master earns our designation.
Question.
Never, accepting the word of the master earns our designation. The master bears the ring.
Awesome. That's really nice. That's Ace. That's the GM thing. That was beautiful. He points to the army of chassis that walked in. Those are your training chassis. Each of you over the next several minutes will be mounted into one. As the mechs go about their mounting process, you will please listen to the voice of Thorna as she guides you through this new grand experience. Please give her your full attention. The ranks, which they were 2 deep, one half of them steps forward and step off to the side. The other half step forward. So there are 25 golem chassis in a row. There are 25 mechs, mechanics assistants. Each one of them, and what you're about to witness is as beautiful as ballet. These mechanics assistants step in unison. Every gesture that they do, every step that they take is done. It is so coordinated as to be mechanical in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Thorna steps forward, and each of the mechs step forward. And everything else that is going to happen is I'm going to be narrating for Thorna, but you will see her movements, her gestures, everything that she does mimicked in precision 26 times. Everything that she does, they do in the same time with the same efficiency of movement. She steps forward. She turns to face her chassis and pops open the chest. Inside is revealed a white sphere. You've seen a sphere like this before. She reaches in and palms it, and down the row, 25 other guys, 24 other guys do exactly the same thing. Reach in, pull out the sphere, set it down on the ground beside them, and then they gesture. And those 24, 25 spheres in unison, as though a coordinated ballet, file up and go up all the way up to the barn door that they came out of. As if in a perfectly rehearsed dance, the other mechs, each working with a different chassis, move in unison with her as Thorna reaches into the sphere, the chest of her chassis, and removes the sphere, speaking loud enough to be heard by the entire clank. Stop! Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's kids. Robert, come here. You. Sorry. So
Take a quick pause. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't stay too late tonight.
Okay.
I'm good till like 9 o'clock, basically.
Right on, all right. Okay.
come here.
Still take this opportunity to smoke one then?
Yeah. Great. Orrery. Night. Come on, Robert.
Yeah, that's the I'm exhausted kind of cry.
Yeah. They got to stay up late an extra night this week.
Mm,
Weekend, I should say.
mhm.
Do we get to look at these?
Sure.
Don't laugh at me.
Ha ha ha. You only told Vex not to laugh at you.
I did.
I would like to order one roller and spider chassis combo, please.
Spider-Man would be cool.
You'll see a little packet of white sheets there.
Hmm.
Contains information on the chassis that you'll be mounted into over this process.
Yeah, I'll take the centaur chassis. Hold half of the centaur. So have two legs instead of one,
Right.
or instead of four.
That sounds like what you're gonna look like.
That's the joke.
No, not quite. You're supposed to be a Venator.
Yes, you're a Venator, yes. Venison.
Oh, yeah.
Eh.
You came up with that.
I was proud of myself for a second.
I'm gonna cast Vision Tangle on Vex. I was hoping for a crit. It'd been funny.
Don't make me fight you because I fucking was.
You'll lose.
In response to your vicious entangle, I will cast Wild Flame.
Hmm. I spend a hope for not mark Strict to go into beast form.
And
A vicious pack
I'll
animal.
spend 3 hope, and not this time, puppy.
I spend the rest of my hope to say fuck you too.
You guys are hopeless.
And then there's
Look.
just murder, murder, death, death in the corner.
The murder drone.
Honestly, when 2 people have rolled dice that entire situation,
Hmm.
so yeah.
All right. As the white spears are rolling back towards the barn doors, Thorna starts to speak. She says, "These spears are not like you. While they do see and control themselves and control the chassis that they're mounted into, they don't think independently. They're called pilots, and they have no thoughts or ideas. They do make decisions, but only those required to obey the commands that are given them. How many steps to take, how far to turn, like that." She leans down and picks up A, and as she does, the mech who is standing in front of you reaches down, and at the same time she touches A, they touch you. They pick you up. They're timing their actions to match Thorna's exactly while she continues. This absolutely will feel weird, but it shouldn't hurt. Now, if you can, I want you to close your eyes. Can you do that? Need to know who is closing their eyes.
That is a 13 with fear. So no, I'm not closing my eyes.
Conflicted. Because she may be doing something that we're not supposed to see, or it could be something that's just going to hurt us.
It's new experience, bro.
I will also not close my eyes. What are you grabbing?
Tokens to mark who I need to talk to at specific times.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Here in the dark, I'd like you to imagine that you are wrapped in stone. The stone surrounds you, just like the air does now. The stone prevents you from rolling in any direction. The stone keeps you safe. The stone keeps you stable. You are wrapped in stone. Alyssa,
Mm-hmm.
as you focus on the voice of Thorna and she speaks her words, you are calm. You feel the hands of the mech raising you into position. You can feel the hands that wrap around you turn stone. You can feel that stone spreading to surround you in a protective shield. You sink into her words as the sensation of motion around you dulls. The stone holds you. You are safe. You are stable. You are wrapped in stone. Q and V. Your mech reaches down, lifts you up, and holds you just outside of the chest cavity. As she's going through the mantra, you are safe, you are stable, you are wrapped in stone, they remove one hand so they're palming you like a basketball held at arm's length. It feels like they're ready to drop you onto the stone floor or bounce into and then out of the sharp, hard metal that awaits you. Thorna's words are spoken loudly, but they bring you little comfort as the foreignness of the cavity before you dominates your sensation. Wires, cables, gears, and pistons await you ready to grind and poke, bump and jostle your fragile glass body. Thorna continues, you are wrapped in stone. You are safe. You are stable. You are wrapped in stone. You are wrapped in stone. You are safe. You are stable. You are wrapped in stone. And on that second cue, the mechs place each sphere into the cradle of their chassis. And from each chassis clicks and whirs can be heard. The chassis springs to life. Gears and pistons shift. Your eye sensors light up and each body sways slightly. Thorna, her hand still pressed into A's sphere, calmly speaks. You are wrapped in stone. You are safe. You are stable. You are wrapped in stone. She repeats it on and again and again. All of the mechs suddenly take an abrupt step backward, leaving the newly alive golems to stand on their own. Alyssa, you feel a slight jostle, a brightening of the world outside that stone protective shield. A warm flow of energy washes over your being and yourself expands. You feel new extensions of your being, legs, arms, torso, head, and you can hear Thorna in the background droning. You are wrapped in stone. You are safe. You are stable. You are wrapped in stone. You are wrapped in stone. You are safe. You are stable. You are wrapped in stone. Can you make an instinct reaction check for me? Target is 14.
Add your instinct.
That's a 19.
Awesome.
With hope.
Take that hope. Oh no, sorry, this was a reaction. No hope. The weight of the body when they take that step away from you, when you feel the hand leave you because your eyes are still closed and you're wrapped in stone, but you feel that hand pull away from you and you feel all of a sudden slightly unstable, but you do not collapse. You manage to find your center of gravity and hold it yourself there, even with your eyes closed. Q and V, you're thrust into a metal cage, held there by force, as the wires and cables shift around you, touching you, grabbing you in fingers of lightning. Gears and pistons grind and hiss loudly around you, and the metal cage jostles and shifts. As it does, your sensation shifts shockingly. The body around you blocking your vision, the hand forcing you into the cage blinds you. You can feel weight dragging you down as the cage you've been locked into moves involuntarily. Long, heavy chains dragging you forward, but you can't roll to compensate because the two poles under you have raised you up off of the ground. You begin to fall, and your vision transitions to blue and then to green, and then it fades to a blasting bright white light, and you have no balance. I need each of you to make 3 instinct reaction checks.
Maybe we should have closed our eyes.
Look, I rolled with fear for that, for whether or not I was going to.
Hmm.
I'm.
I rolled hope, and I was like, maybe I'll get secrets.
Sure. Okay.
Tell me if you beat an 18.
In 18?
So I will no. Also, no.
2 failures, 1 success.
Which one was the success?
The third one.
Okay.
5, 3 failures.
This could suck. All right. For the first check, I need each of you to roll 1d4 and 1d8. Get your threshold.
Which are 1 and 2.
So
That is the d4 was physical and the d8 was magical.
Mm.
You fall.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Now for the second one,
For the
That,
second one,
that is damage.
that is damage. Both of those are damage. 1d4 and 1d10 for the second check.
Okay. Am I able to burn hope right now? Do I heal myself? Or do I need to wait?
You're disoriented.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do. You have no sense of self right now. Third check is 1d4 physical, 1d12 magical.
I'm good on this one.
That's me.
Don't die.
You just barely passed.
1 and 7, so yeah. That has me saying something about death move.
Really?
Yes.
I'd be in the same boat if I hadn't have saved up that last one. I'm curious what I would have rolled. I'm gonna roll something here.
Now, this is with thresholds? I did specifically say you get your threshold. You are mounted in a chassis.
Do we get our armor?
Everyone has the equivalent of a Gambison armor.
Oh, so we could have been burning armor slots.
For this, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I should have mentioned you have thresholds and the Gambison. Yes. Sorry.
No,
Okay. You're good. I'm burning
I
a
did
slot on
ask
each
the
of those.
question, which are 1 and 2, but I did not say that.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I
Clearly.
didn't specify. I see that's what you meant. I thought you were talking about what you had rolled on dice.
I did.
So I didn't.
I retroactively burned 2 armor slots, so I only took 2 damage instead of 4.
Okay.
Okay. Now, are you really having that information? 'Cause I don't remember. I know the first physical was 4.
4 damage?
4 on the.
Okay, so but Gambus and armor, I think
It's 6 and 12.
6 and 12.
Yeah.
So that would be 7 and 13 because of our level currently, or 6 and 12.
For the thresholds you add, you're
5 and 11
Mm,
without the 11.
okay.
This character does have games.
Hmm.
So I was prepared.
Yeah, if you need to re-roll to do it, re-roll to do it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Just because I can't remember. Because I remember the first physical was
Oh, okay.
4.
So I need to add Gambus and armor on here to retroactively add that on here.
There's that time. Take 10. Oh, that was 2 and 2. Remember that. I do remember that. Having the dice in hand.
Right.
Okay. Doesn't change. I made sure to add Gambus and armor so I can have the right threshold, so it doesn't change anything for me.
Thank you.
1 and 7 is 8. And save and just take 2. Okay. That's a different story.
Good.
Still hurting badly.
I still hurt, yes. Because I had to mark 2 armor slots, and I still took 3 points of damage out of 5.
Youch.
But
All right. At this point, you are down on your hands and knees. Still bright white blasted sensations. I need each of you to roll instinct reaction, so no hope, no fear. Target number 13, please.
Just those 2?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
It's only the ones who failed.
Crit!
You crit success?
Yep.
And that was not 2 ones?
No.
In that case, you gain your sensations and are able to rise to your feet. You fail. Try again, please.
I think it's more about getting it before they notice.
Try again. Basically, we're rolling to ensure that you do not crit fail. You will continue until you succeed. or crit fail.
11.
I need a
12.
13.
Instinct 12. Okay, there's something better. 13 plus 1 is 14.
You gain your senses and can rise to your feet.
Oh, that sucks.
All right. We will go in alphabetical. What is your plank number?
1613.
What is your identifier?
Q.
What number has Thorna written?
16.
Who bears the ring?
The master.
Same thing. I'm not going to redo all of it, but the same thing. That's the process to make sure that you're still of sound mind and have integrated fully into your chassis. Once he's satisfied, Master Phelan dismisses Thorna and the rest of the mech assistants who file back out, gathering the pilots as they pass by, heading back into the through the barn doors, and Phelan says, spend the rest of this day and the coming night getting used to your trainers. Tomorrow, there's a good chance that we'll swap you out to another chassis for your testing. Rest assured, however, that after the day's testing, you will resume the trainer that you are currently in. Rest well. For the next 6 days, we'll learn a lot more about you. Like 1613, obey.
Immediately, heeding the will of the master earns our designation. Quickly, serving the need of the master earns our designation.
Question.
Never accepting the word of the master earns our designation. The master bears the ring.
Oh, yeah.
I need you to roll a d4, please.
That one.
Gotta remember the last part.
Ouch! I know. I because it was bolded. I didn't realize that one.
You still got it out, though. You didn't even take it out. Take 3 points of magical damage.
That's just gonna be one hit point, probably.
That's 1, or you can burn an armor slot. That's an option.
No, thank you. No, we can do that.
Yeah. I can't do that much more today, but
I gotta remember I don't have my shield that's listed in the character sheet right now. I just only have 3 armor slots.
Oh,
you can unequip it.
Oh, yeah, not true. Forget about that.
If you just go to equipment, you can hit that button again.
excuse me.
Actually, that gave me a headache.
Good.
You deserved that one.
I'm not gonna argue.
So Phelan seems unconcerned. He's like, this was a hassle having to deliver a jolt to you, but he doesn't feel like it's not like he got any joy out of it. It was just a thing that he has to do because you didn't do it right. And as soon as he realized, as soon as he's done, he just turns around and heads back all the way back down to his door at the end of the warehouse.
Looking around at the rest of our plank, how's everyone looking?
Everyone's good. She was the only one to mess it up, and well, you know what? That would. Okay, we'll do this.
You roll a 75 or higher.
Can you roll? I actually have a process for figuring out which in the alphabet. There's 26, so I roll a d20 and a d10 for a total of 30. And then if there's a 1 or a 2, which there won't be, there will be a 2, or a 25 or a 26, then something bad happens. Can you roll a d4 for me? That's how many times we're going to check to see if anybody.
2.
2 times. This one's going to be relatively early. Which one is it?
High is no longer.
You want to zap a ghost?
So at one point, Well, let's figure out who the other one was. If there was another one. Negative. Okay. At one point, you who are wrapped in stone, and you guys who are barely perceiving, someone is screaming. Could be you, might not be you. Someone is screaming. There is it would be blood curdling if you had any. You hear the clanking of metal on stone as a chassis drops and starts kicking, screaming. If you've seen Blade Runner, remember when the girl gets shot and she starts kicking and flailing on the ground. It's that kind of a thing.
Who is it?
It's O.
Mm.
It's O. And O is gibbering, screaming, gibbering. There is no sense of help me. It is instantly you hear and it stops. And by the time it stops, you are still in the throes of your trying to regain your senses.
Issues.
And when you finally come to, you see that Philin is taking a retractable baton and collapsing it back again and putting back in the holster on his thigh. And then he gives his speech about take the rest of the night. He's unconcerned. This is a thing that happens. Unfortunately, there's no pity in him, but no remorse either. It happened. It's a thing that probably happens relatively frequently. And that it would have happened to either of you had you critical failed at any time during those rolls.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Is the chassis just left on the ground?
Yes.
Once I come to my senses, I'm gonna walk over to it and just lean down next to it and almost like cradle it. Once the tenders are gone, just kind of cradling it and like looking at the stomach area where the glass shattered. I'm sorry I was not there to keep you calm, friend.
The rest of the plank
Mm.
starts, some of them less than comfortably, still getting used to having feet and arms and legs and having to maintain balance. They start to kind of surround the remains of O.
I just want to point something out because the symbol of the unity I came up with sessions ago was an eye in the middle of a circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's plenty of irony here.
That was none of my design. I rolled for it, and it was
Originally, it was
15.
a 0, which could also be an
rolled
O.
for it. Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Number of how many chances.
Yeah, I rolled the number of how many times he gets to rolls to see who fucked up. I didn't decide on which one it was. The irony here is great.
Yeah, it's kind of beautiful. So while you guys are gathered around, the barn door that everybody had gone in and out of before, two guys come and they're
Seeing
seeing you
them
guys
come in and just
gathered around,
walk.
and it's kind of like a funeral service kind of a thing. And they push their way through. It's physical but not violent. They shoulder their way through you guys, and they pick up the chassis. One of them stepping on O's glass without much care, and they pick up the chassis and they drag it back out through the barn doors, and then the barn doors close, and you hear Um,
I wish this had not happened, friends. I did not promise that we would all make it. I had hoped. But we must also not lose sight that just as I would have wanted us to succeed.
S is shaken.
I'll walk over to S and kind of clumsily.
When I decommissioned, it was sudden, and it's possible that he may not even have known that it happened. But this seems as though it would have been painful.
If they thought of us as people, as living things, they would likely call it a mercy. But I don't know if that's true. And we do not have Aleki to ask what happened this time, unfortunately.
Aleki is in the building.
Oh, I didn't realize he hadn't left.
Yeah, no, in fact, what you,
I thought he had left.
yeah, no, he's still hanging out, not in your immediate area, but he's still in your side of the warehouse.
Hmm. But he's not where we could talk to him.
It's an open warehouse.
Mhm.
It's an open floor plan.
Is it possible to say, Aleki?
Right?
Walks over and
Kind of
sees the
guys, yeah.
glass.
Sectionism.
Mm. Oh, malfunctioned when pressed into the chassis.
It's happened before. I've seen it a few times.
Why?
The process is difficult. That's why Thorna does her close your eyes thing. It makes that process easier. He may not have turned off his sensation. He may not. He may have. Even if he had, it's still possible that the connection that seems to take place might have been faulty. His own self may not have been. I don't know. I want to say the GM wants to say congruous. May not have fit with what was happening to it. It may not have simply been able to make the adjustment. It's a matter of the way yourself fits into the machine. Some selves seem to be able to adapt to that process easier. Some few cannot.
He could not fit the mold that was built for him.
Exactly that.
I do not blame him for this. There was no way to know. Looking over at Aleki, now that I have a body, I'm going to approach him.
You're taller than he is. He's a dwarf, so he's only about 4.5 feet.
There is something I have wanted to do since meeting and discovering your level of care. That was my phone.
No, I was.
I just almost like on an instinct, not even really seeing other people doing it, just offer my hand.
He shakes it, and you don't necessarily do that to begin with.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not fighting his grips. I'm just letting him do it.
Right? Exactly.
Thank you.
That's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you. The first one that's offered me that.
And then I just look back at my plank.
I'm gonna go get some food, something that I haven't had access to overnights, but I always enjoy this part because right on the other side of this wall here, there's a kitchen. You see that door down there?
Hmm.
There's one closed door and the one open door. The open door was the one that he and Thorna came through, that Pheal and Thorna came through. The closed door is the one he's gesturing at. It says, if you have need of me while I'm making the meal, you give a couple of knocks on that door and I'll come running.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Noted.
And then I want to do something. I'm gonna see if I would have. Okay. Once Aleki's gone, I'm going to. It's almost like again like the handshake. It's like on instinct. It's like I think even though V is very unaware of a lot of social stuff, it's sort of like after tapping into the idea of like an animal, he has a concept of comfort. And so he just looks to S and sort of like leans a head against his. Almost like thinking of like how like a fox or an animal or like a small animal would comfort one of their young.
Yeah.
He doesn't quite understand like the part behind it, but it's meant what its meaning he's
Yeah.
trying to convey.
This can be attributed to, I seem to remember.
Hmm. And basically just like hand on shoulder to forehead.
S accepts this and he places his arms on your biceps
Hmm.
on either side and is receptive to this.
We will survive.
I hope so. I hope so.
We will continue. We will grow strong. And we will never forget.
You talked about the pain.
I did.
You has talked about the pain.
Mhm.
I did.
Oh, sorry. I misunderstood. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. I was just in it.
Designation you has
Designation you. Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
DU.
um, and while I haven't felt it and hadn't felt it when they were talking about it, I feel like I've experienced it now through O. Is that valuable? Or is that just a different kind of pain?
I think that pain can be valuable if it does not if we do not allow it to consume us. Pain is their lesson, but it is used wrong.
Knowing what to expect if something were to go wrong is just as valuable as wanting to know how things will happen.
They threatened us with consequences. We have seen such, and we have experienced unforeseen consequences from perhaps in this instance, not exactly the fault of the masters. I do not know. I do not know the mechanics behind this rejection of form. But I do know this. Even if there is only one of us left, the unity will stand.
Unity will stand. I was watching when O fell. As soon as he started screaming and kicking, the master was moving. His hand to his thigh. It was as though he did not want it to continue. I feel unforeseen, maybe less than appropriate, because it was it seemed to be an anticipated possibilities.
It is likely that this has happened to other members of other planks.
It is as Lucky said. It's happened before. They seem to know it can happen, but it doesn't seem to be the goal.
No. We are their prophet, are their products. They don't want us destroyed, except for perhaps some of them. We are more valuable to them if we succeed.
F says, we are now.
Yes.
During the banding process, it seemed we were expendable, but now we are less so.
I was watching Kess and what was his name?
Fair.
Farrell. We did impress Kess. We made Farrell angry at our success. I believe they were arguing. Did not hear words, but his lack of joy hints at his desire for our destruction.
And the lack of destruction hints at another defeat.
We have achieved another victory. I only wish that we could achieve victory without loss. However, that may not be entirely possible, as sad and terrible as it may be.
Does anybody want to do any actions?
We're talking downtime actions?
Downtime actions, yep.
Okay.
I want to clear hit points.
Same.
I'll say work on project, just getting used to the chassis, so the movement of the individual fingers, the arm, the legs, just getting used to the motion and the movement.
That's kind of what I wanted to do, but I wanted to make it a project for the whole group.
Turn it into a move as one.
Right?
Just basically going off the idea like we survived the parade as tight as it got. This is simply that again with new restrictions, but also new possibilities.
And a little bit of armor.
Yeah, finally.
And kind of like,
Yeah.
despite the bans, we are not as fragile as we once were. For that, we can also call that a victory. I will admit, perhaps it is better to listen to this objective of the master should we experience that the movement between different chassis, if that is a similar experience, I would advise listening to the master on this one. I did not, and I was very fortunate to not lose my mind.
I agree.
For this, the masters have our... What is the word? Best interests.
As you're talking, you notice that sprouting underneath the door frame, right behind you, the main doorway that you entered, there's a single small mushroom. And that's where we'll end it.
My plans!
A mushroom! A mushroom.
Despite issues, this was great.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious. I realize this is not meant for the full campaign, but are we ever going to actually get a level as these characters, or are we just going to stay level 1, you think?
I think that after the commissioning ceremony, we'll pop you guys up to level 2. I hadn't actually considered it.
If not, that's fine. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, there's no reason not to. You guys have learned a lot. A lot of what you've learned has come with inherent bonuses. so I haven't felt the need to level you guys up.
Yeah.
But it would be as good a time as any after the commissioning ceremony.
So the end of the next part.
Yes.
Pretty much okay, you guys go out into world.
Yeah. So we've got 3 sets of tests. It's a total of 6 days, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 categories of tests to do. And I've only talked to Andy about how we could potentially handle this. The way that I have it now, everybody runs their own set of tests. There's one test that I've already decided should just be combined, and that there are the combat tests that we can do everybody together in the same one. So that knocked it down to 3 sets that could potentially be
One-on-ones.
individually done. Yeah. But you know what? The security should probably be done in teams as well, which means labor would be the only one that would be individual. So that'll help combine, so that we're not spending so much time just on these tests. So we'll end up putting security together in having 4 of you guys do the different aspects of each one. Oh, you know what? We'll do one. We'll do one. We won't have to go through all of them, even though I've written out 4 tests. That just means we'll let the die determine which test all 4 of you do together.
Interesting. Okay.
Every morning you're gonna roll 2d12. Your hope die will determine what chassis you're in for that test, and your fear die will determine what that test is.
Interesting.
Really gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, be a
Are you still recording?
Oh yes, thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We love you. Thank you.